Is before parents them with it, kind of me. Right? But in the kingdom, in Jerusalem, silver was like one piece of stone on the roadside because it was in that much of abundance. But now it's quite different. Right? So we were ruling. You see me? We were on top. As Scripture tell you, in Deuteronomy 28 from verse 1 to 14, say if we keep the laws them, we will be blessed. Right? Above all people. Right? And the Most High be a father unto us. And from him, if the Most High is with us, nobody can do nothing to it. Right? You see me? Right? But when we sin against him now, and him turn him back from we, then the punishment comes. Right? So him nourished up children, which are we are those children, yeah? The Israelites. Right? Right? By the law and statutes to keep us alive. What?
Say, the ox know it is honor, and the ass is part his master's crib. But Israel do it not know. My people do not consider.
So down to dumb animals, know them live. They know them master. You see me? People living in the country can always can basically testify to this. You tie out coat, you see me in the bush, and basically when they go there in the evening, we let them go, all of these pull the rope. And the most you have to do, you must get to let them in. The most you have to do, I basically run them because they must stop on the wayside, basically they have more bush. You see me, are food for them. Right, but at the end of the day, they know them way. Right, me have a pussy in my yard, no matter how much days you go for. You see weekly kill come back. Like when them there, they basically go out to our next community and book up. And I say, what, I don't know push this. And a couple hours after you see my yard. Right, but what people don't know, them call themselves African. You see me, first them call themselves Jamaican. They say, no, that is not your race. They say, oh, me African American. You see me, I'm African. No, you're not African either. You see me? You see where your power, where your God. They believe in our so-called white man. For them God, which is all error. You see, we are Israelites, and our power is a so-called black man. Right. Right? So people don't know. Why? Because they don't consider. Because if they consider, you don't ask yourself, where were we before we were in Africa? You see me? What life were we in Africa? Where were we basically placed in slavery? Why is it that we are basically a nation of dark race? You see me? We have melanin, but oh God is a cracker. Why is it that if we have this God we serve, why is it that we're in this predicament? Those are things you're supposed to ask or consider. Our scripture says, ask and it shall be given. But people don't consider, they don't lead these things so hard.
Scripture tells say, my people are forsaken the fountain of living water.
Good.
And you out cisterns, broken cisterns which cannot deliver me or again rough for
can't hold no water.
Exactly.
Vain. Because no matter how them ball upon Jesus Christ, it's the crack over there, so sure they not come.
No matter how them ball upon Rastafari, Egyptologists, you see it. No matter how them want to run, go about them about Kemet and all this shit. So all them shit, they're not profitable. You see me? Let's finish this. He say, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters.
Hey! Look on the people in Venezuela right now. Because them old people too, as you see on the side. Where them gone to? No matter how the Most High punish them, I say repent. Just like a father. You see me, or a mother. When a child misbehave, them beat that child. Why? To feed destruction, but so that him can correct him funny. Right? When people basically get afflicted in Venezuela, and what them turn to? Dancing with the dead. You need to say no more. Right, so people laden in iniquity. Right, a sinful nation.
A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters.
Children that are corrupters, seed of evildoers. Right. As we speak, forgot walk down. Well, forgot to left, but there is a difference. Right. Just show your body, because I can't tell if a man or a woman. Literally. You see me? That's how people are gone in wickedness.
Right? They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
Yeah, them gone away backward. Because nowadays the people believe it's modern days, so a woman is supposed to have right You see me, are so-called equal with our man. When the Bible clearly tells us that the man, well, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 3, like the Bible say. So if you have a problem with this, book up against the Bible. This is what you want to say about me. Right? What the Bible say, Baba Kosha.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushai is Yahweh.
Right, so the Bible says the head of the woman is the man. Isn't it? Not my words. The Bible says if you have a problem with that, make it up with the most and good job. There you go then. As you say, it's a fearful thing fall in the hands of the living power. You see me? You finish that?
Continue.
Right, you have some more as well, right?
On the same topic.
Okay.
He said, why should he be stricken anymore? He will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot, even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores.
And if you have a spiritual, you look how people is the same destroyed you.
God,
You see me?
Right.
them destroyed from the mentality down to the physicality.
Yeah, as we were over in the park there recently, just a few minutes ago, I see a female wear. You basically say everything, right? That's why you never wear clothes. Literally. You see me? Even before that, when we go to the shipping place, I recognize the Latino bitch or whatever she be. I recognize the whole her back and everything out the door.
So she was a shameless woman.
Shameless woman.
And what me I can say is this, like, if she is mentally sound, she don't realize say, yo, she actually have her whole bottom bare, and she have to sit down on places where people just put them foot on and speak on, madman sleep on and them things. She not really think clearly. She are mad people.
Clean clothes, mad people.
Clean clothes, mad people. See me? So it said about wounds and bruises and petrifying sores.
Yeah, for instance, even the bitch was here earlier, that's how we call you. Our scripture go on hand in hand.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a what?
The dog.
As a dog.
Yeah,
What's
the
a
dog.
female bitch a dog?
Have it right here, sir. Ecclesiasticus 26 verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog,
Right?
but she that is shamefaced will fear Yahweh.
That's right. You see me? And that's precept. So if you have a problem with that, you book it up against the Most High.
Con.
So the Most High you will license to call a shameless woman a bitch. You see me, a dog. Why? Because if you never shameless, yo, you see me wide down basically walk up and down naked. Right? But a shameless woman, you see me, a shameful woman, basically a shamefaced woman, will fear Yahweh. Because Scripture say what? Woman's supposed to dress in modest apparel. Right? Cover up yourself.
Everything in order.
Right, say, Mama, question?
Another question.
I see Malachi asked me ask why the problem we don't have with him. Otherwise I mean molestation thing with the kids there.
You know doctrine?
Okay?
You know doctrine?
Now we is it?
You go against the Bible, and when you go up against the Bible, read this. Because the Bible are true. Anything go against it?
Thing come from Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt wrong. Completely madness.
Egypt.
Yeah, you know, if you study the philosophies of Egypt, it's all madness, and you go back to myth, you see me on Scientology, which is error, so we left it alone. You're wrong, basically. You may have studied some doctrine or wrong.
Oh, you know, Christian.
Well, Christian mean and they're 19, and we're 19, that's why we're out here, yeah. So technically, yes, but not this,
doctrine.
not the common Christian doctrine I think everybody know. Because the common Christian doctrine is based upon a philosophy that was pushed out by the crack of the so-called white man. You know, really based upon the Bible. They quote things from the Bible and pretend to be reading from the Bible, but them doctrine foundation, you know, really fully, 100% with the Bible.
So why so much people in the Bible, God, chosen people then? Why they must end up God Egypt? Jesus said have to God Egypt.
God prophecy. prophecy.
Which prophecy? Same God.
Zephaniah 3 and
Which prophet is same God? Jesus of the God.
Fine. Listen, Zephaniah 3 and 10 and 3 and 10.
Bring it.
2 and 8.
Yeah, the rivers of Egypt for my supplements, giving my daughter inspiration, bringing my health.
Alright, first and foremost, when you say why so much you said the out of Genesis, Exodus, yeah. Just qualify for them for
Answer me said is a prophecy.
yeah, a prophecy. Russia is a prophecy.
We are getting the prophecy.
Right, because I know only Egypt what people go. People there in Asia, all over Asia, all over Europe, different places, yo. You know what I mean? So we get scattered all over the world. You know what I mean? So it's not just Egypt. The thing about why we don't want people is because when they say Egypt, and this is what the white man doing. You have to understand that the white man try to make all people seem as if they don't have sense. And they came black basically having a kingdom. So when a man here say you're a so-called black man, and the term the white man put behind you, so you're less than a man, and basically we're uncivilized and animalistic and unreasoned. A man try to find anything with the on an eye and bring himself to that. And when they remember Egypt, they remember Egypt the Great. You know what I mean? With the pyramids. Or them civilization they exist, but the thing is, not only Egypt alone, so-called black used to rule. You know what I mean? We used to rule Europe. Right? We used to rule the world. The white man is a minority. Right? The white man is a minority. You know what I mean? And afterwards, he just come conquer from the Greek time period, come to the Romans, them come to the second leg of the Roman Empire, which is right now. So before that, guess who used to rule the earth, yo? Right? Israel used to rule at a point. You used to have Egyptians used to rule, you used to have the Babylonians, them which are Ethiopians. You know what I mean? There's different nations, but they have different textures and melanin. You know what I mean? Sumerians. So different nations rule.
True, the Bible beat up enough for Egypt.
Right, because you know what? I don't really say necessarily Egypt.
Egypt is them beat the most.
Beat up, no, you can't say that.
And even Israelites.
The thing is, no, we went into captivity for a certain time period in Egypt. You know what I mean? So what Egyptians them do to it, I don't know normal. You see what I say? So that vengeance or that recompense that Egypt deserved, them they have to get that.
So why you gonna end up? Why Egyptian have to do the atrocity? What them done to them?
Why? Because them know some of them are the said people, not like so-called Jamaicans that say, oh look here, we are Egyptians and we want to go to Africa go live with these people. These men know that, look here, the so-called Negroes are not the same people as them. Give me one bad dictionary. Yeah, one bad dictionary.
Say it's Egypt in Africa?
Yeah, I'm saying the Egyptians and the Israelites are not the same people. And give me Exodus 11.
Egyptian and
Give me Exodus 11.
Just like the Chinese and Japanese is not the same thing.
Yeah. No, we the same one. Is that Egypt and Africa?
Egypt and Africa is the same.
And the second thing, like the Israelite, Hebrew Israelite, they're like Africans.
Yeah, because we are Israelites, they are Hamites. Two different people.
So we're Israel. Which country or which continent? Israel, you know.
Let's share something. Hold on, give me that. Find it?
It's Hosea chapter 11 verse 1. He said, when Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt.
Right, so the most I concerned that Egypt was a prophecy we did mention earlier. Give me the Exodus.
So you say Israel is a part of Africa?
Yeah? No, we're answering. So,
Since when?
First and foremost, there was no such thing as Africa. The land they call Africa, the land they call Africa.
No, coming to semantics.
No semantics, that's just something.
Semantics.
Listen to me now.
Semantics.
Well, the land they call Africa today was known as the land of Am. You know who are the Amites?
Well, Africa one time
Do you know who are the Amites? Do you know who are the No. The Amites. Come, give me that.
So this is from the Compact Bible Dictionary, Zanzibar. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians,
The Egyptians are Amites. Hold on, listen. The Egyptians are Amites. What? The Ethiopians are Amites.
Libyans,
The Libyans are Amites.
and Canaanites.
The Canaanites are Amites. Not the Israelites. So the land of Am. What the land of Am for me? Right? I think that Psalm 105 or something like that. I want to know. Vincent, that done? Yeah, he said not the Negroes, right? Well on.
I don't think he heard.
You never hear when they say
who are
not the
Negroes?
Negroes.
Who are Negroes? Alright, give me before the sign first and foremost. Right? We say the American Negroes, the Benjamites, the West Indians, Haitians, these are 3 black tribes, so Negro tribe. Right? But we'll share something. I'll give them a scripture first.
We don't have in our history, for sure, the layout of like which and which people from which
Well, I'm
tribe.
going to answer, man. We'll take time and answer, right? So, give me. You can't give me that, but give me,
This is book of Exodus chapter 11 verse 7.
Right.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that he may know that the Lord will put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So the difference, the most I put that, right? So listen.
Put a difference.
Yeah, the other can put a difference between
Even
them.
if they put a difference, but the 2 places on the same land mass.
No, that's because it can't, listen, hold on.
Them can't
Brother,
difference,
oi. At one point the earth was one. That don't mean say yo, everybody there one.
But not in that time when we are talking.
No, it doesn't matter.
Not in
So,
that time
so
when we
if the
are
land
talking
still connect to each other. Yeah, Mexican
No.
Americans are said thing.
No, we know say every land is a true tectonic activity make.
Yeah.
Separate. But
So
at
the
the
part where I
time,
make that
but at the
just by
time when
saying
that's
that
written, when we are talking,
it doesn't
that's
matter
about,
at one
the
point.
land was
Alright.
one.
Hold on,
The
listen.
whole earth wasn't one land.
When Noah, when Noah, right, have him sons them, because you need to know say by these sons the earth get divided up by nationality. Right? So bring it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee thy elders, and they will tell thee when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
The Most High divided nations their land. That's I mentioned to you, the land of Am. Hold on.
No,
Right?
what me I say?
You know say now that's what we are say?
No, what I say? What me I say? You know what you say?
That's say now
But-
listen, can you say no what we are say?
Listen, you can't divide people in a two on the same
But
land.
the land don't make you be who you be, brother. That's not try to tell you. The land don't make you into a person who you think you are because you're from one land mass.
So you say a Chinese can ban in Africa and
Must
be
still on Chinese.
African?
Must still on Chinese.
Yeah, but what you say don't make sense then.
Chinese,
You get a master? What I'm listen, master. What I know? You not get a master. Okay? If you don't understand, you understand the master exactly a while ago. The land where you're born don't define you who you are. You get that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saying that them born on the said land mass, or the land one China or whatever. May I tell you say that don't mean somebody said people.
But at the same time, at that time, you never have no different race. You never have no different
Of course,
race.
that's what I said
Different
Noah.
From
Alright, give me back
dark
again.
skinned
Give me
people.
Genesis 10.
People will
Being
look like
dark
we-
is not a race, brother.
No, we don't say it a race. We never have nobody at that time on that landmass where not have the same complexion as we.
At what time?
Not the time when that's written.
Which exactly you're talking about?
When they say them divide the nation,
You know
divide
when-
the people.
Well, in due time, yes, sir. Listen, hold on, this one,
White
right?
people wasn't around at that time.
When was white people around?
About 2,000 years
Do you know about Cain?
Cain? No, I don't know about Cain.
So what happened to Cain?
Cain wasn't a different race from his mother and father.
What was Cain?
Same at the time, he have to be dark skin.
No, but Solana, Cain get a mark on his skin.
What was that mark?
Leprosy. The same thing we call white people today, that's leprosy.
Right?
But hold on. So him get the name Cain after the leprosy or before the leprosy?
Before, but when I try to...
Wait.
Well,
Get the what?
The name
No,
Cain before the leprosy.
his name never changed.
Yeah, he
Alright,
came before.
alright.
But hold on, listen to what you're trying to say. You said there was no white people on earth. I'm sure that, look, Cain moved from out him family them and go in a one land and them called Nod, which means wonder or something like so. And him form him one nation there. So what you say? That's why I say the land thing you do, brother, is to go around in a one big circle. It doesn't make it, no matter.
So you say, Cain was what race?
Give me the story. Give me the story when Cain left from when Cain sinned.
No, he was what race before him get the curse, before him get the mark?
He was what race?
Mm-hmm.
In the Bible, they declare race there. You have the sons of God there.
So
well, I not
when you
listen.
say the leprosy, what you say happened to him?
He moved out and become a one nation as him basically went to the give me
We can say something. The nation them come back when the nation start get declared again was after Noah. Cain was before Noah. So we can't tell us that Cain was of this race or that race.
But they have
Bible
race
never
exist, but
specify.
Bible never tell you that. That's why I say you cannot, we don't know directly to tell us that, oh, that was the name right or whatever.
Okay.
Cain was always son of the wicked.
What you say? Him turn a different nation, but him not turn a different race.
No. You can't turn a different nation or turn a different race.
I said,
So when you bring up the part, say, the leprosy thing,
because you're saying white, there was no white people back then. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Cain was white. You call leprosy is white. He's so-called white man.
okay. So him was a different. So you say white. Why? You just classify white now as a race or what?
Color don't determine a race. That's what I'm trying to tell you about.
Color
Man.
determine a race?
No.
Okay.
Right? Give me two on
What is what race?
Right? Race about your
Yeah, what is
lineage.
a race?
Your lineage, where you descend from. But the most side of the division. Right? Because the man was first born white, born from a said black man. You know what I mean? But the most side do that division there and say, yo, look here, this one is going to be Edom.
So, we know what the claim say, the devil, a white man there.
Yeah, we will that claim.
What do you mean? Literally say it's a white man?
Listen to this. This is what is a brain. This was designed by the so-called white man to make you think away. Listen. Now the book itself, this term I'm going to read to you. Go on.
This is Babylon the Timbuktu on page 20. It said the Asian people did not classify races according to skin color.
So the Asian people did not classify race according to skin color. So when they have the house, or them people, or the house of them people, or whatever, that was a nation. Go on? But it was divided by color.
It said, like modern nations of Europe and America,
Go on?
the Asians, including the Greeks and Romans, identified people according to their national or tribal names.
Right, so you would get a so-called a tribal name or a last name, whatever you want to call it, and that name would pass down to your son. Give me this pass on please.
Numbers chapter.
Alright, go on.
We say on page 21, John F. Blumenbach,
Right, this is the man who do this, go on.
a German,
A so-called white man.
let's
Go on.
keep him dead, fuck him. He said was the first to divide humanity on the basis of skin color.
Right, so this man try to confuse the big pot. So them say, look here, basically, you know why? They want to thief identity. So in order to basically change the people identity, them say, alright, yo, anybody from your black or so-called black, we'll call you Ethiopian. Go on, I said them.
He said, up to this time,
Right.
no such attempts had been made.
So why you thinking that way? That because of that man? Him make you think that way. Go on.
This classification set up a color line to the determinant of later generations.
Right,
So
go on.
people before him never give a shit what he wants. So
Right.
that's foolish.
I can understand still the time period is come by because he born 1752 and died 1840. So that was the time period he actually originated that thesis.
Right.
That thesis come under the study of anthropology. You see me?
Go on.
He said, Mr. Blumenbach classified 5 chief races of mankind, the Caucasian,
Right.
the Mongolian,
Right.
the Ethiopian,
Right.
the African American Indians,
Right.
and Malaysian
So when him say all so-called black man are Ethiopian
of one race.
of one race,
Which is bullshit.
which is crap because if you go into the landmass of Africa today, you have different tribes.
But
Different
at
race.
one point, the whole Africa they call Ethiopia.
Yeah.
At one point, the whole Africa they call the whole landmass they call
It was called
Ethiopia.
land of Am.
No, it was called Ethiopia at one time.
It
The whole
was,
landmass.
it was
You know,
called
wait,
some
wait, wait.
land of Am.
You know when you get the name Ethiopia?
From the Greeks.
Yeah.
So it was-
And which part him go is him and who him call Ethiopia.
Who call Ethiopia?
Him never first of all, Africa was known as what you call it?
The land of Ham.
A land of Ham,
Right.
and wholly by it never discovered. So when the Greek remember him name, I think Alexander or so, when him go there and meet upon the so-called black people, him refer to them as dark face, burnt face, should I say. It's kind of describe how them look, not declaring a race.
Right.
You just describe them.
But a two story to that still, you know, cause you have a next story say, and the white people, them will come there, them call Ethiopian, because through them couldn't take the sun heat, so them face, and their skin start burn.
That's why I'm tell you, say, look, alright, the thing is, we are trying to stick to the Bible to make you understand where we are come from. So either they believe in the Bible or not, you see me? Because we want to show you the kingdom from the Bible. So we're telling you that according to the Bible, the land they call Africa today is known as the land of Am. You know?
It have different
Okay,
names,
so
like,
who
name
Am
and
come
Babylon
from?
and
Who
that
Am
time.
come from?
Where have three sons.
Noah.
Noah, yeah.
Yeah, so you have
Ham,
Shem, and Japheth, right? From these three sons, the entire earth is divided up as nations. The Most High did that. That's what we're trying to tell
it's a
you.
race.
Another
It's a
three man are
political
black
thing.
man. You
It's
see
a
me
race,
say?
a political thing, then, you know.
No,
you
the
know,
term of being colored, making it a nationality is a device to
Yeah, man,
keep
me know
the
that,
law.
me know that, me know
Okay, so what
That's
we
why I
must
say fast create.
so
Me
what we
know
must
that.
use to identify what is your race or who you belong to.
Good question.
How if you identify?
Yeah,
If you know which race you come from?
yeah.
But you said there is no such thing as a race.
No, I didn't say that. I said there's no such. Listen, you see the term being black make you a race. That's crap, right? But the Most High divide race. Remember, in a race, go back to your lineage. So whoever your foreparents are, that's who you are, right?
That's a race.
Go on, give me
This
this.
is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled
Listen,
all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
right?
And they declared their pedigrees,
Right.
What pedigree mean, right?
You mean the lineage?
Or your race.
Yeah. Go on.
right? And they declared their pedigrees after their families,
Right.
by the house of their fathers.
Right. So whoever your father is, that's who you are.
Continue.
Yeah. Go on.
Watch like medieval movie. Then when a man declare himself, he must say, "Oh, me are from XYZ
Of the house
from the
of-
house of," and them call him
Right.
father last.
Right.
That's
Right.
just your race.
Right.
You see me? By the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names.
Right, so pause. Right, so you are clear of the history now, right? So the Hamites them are descendants of Ham. Right? You have the Shemites them. No,